Good morning, everyone. Today we are doing elemental meditation, and we're talking about the Trikaya, which is a very subtle and high concept. So I want to start with the elemental meditation, and we'll do a little guided meditation, and we'll use music so you can continue practicing after the guidance. And then we'll go right into talking about the Trikaya. So when we start talking about the Trikaya, I want you to try to stay in that liminal space so you can absorb what I'm pointing at, because otherwise it just your mind will try to turn it into an intellectual thing and you'll miss it. So we'll do the meditation and then just let yourself be open, and we'll talk, or I'll talk, and then we'll meditate a second time. So the first guidance, don't feel like, oh, I missed it, I didn't get it. You'll have a second chance, and we'll do another guidance, another meditation. So to start with, let's stop the toe spasming, behave. Find a comfortable position to sit up. It's always better to sit up during meditation. If you're in extreme amounts of pain, you can lay down because the pain will keep you from falling asleep. But in most cases, sitting up is preferred. And allow your spine to find a natural, relaxed and aware position. Let your chin level. Have your tongue rest atop the roof of your mouth. That allows your jaw to relax. And feel the air entering your nose, exiting your mouth. And as you feel the air coming within you, recognize that the same air is all around you. This air is one of the 5 elements of being, connected to the sense of smell. So you may notice different smells and scents. As this air enters in you, exits, and the line between inner and outer begins to dissolve. There's just this air. And we move on to the fire element. We feel the fire most profoundly in our belly, in our digestive system. The warmth. It's also the light behind our eyes. It's the light from the sun rays filling the room. And this fire element is connected with our sight. And the fire within your being is the same as the fire all around us. From the sun's rays, from the volcanoes erupting all over the planet, to the internal fire that's changing your food into fuel and warming your being, providing you with the ability to see. And we feel the water, the pumping of the blood through our veins, rhythmically moving, just like the ocean waves outside the door. the water within us is the same as the water outside of us. Once again, allow that sense of self to dissolve into the element. The saliva in your mouth is water, connecting us to the sense of taste. The water in the clouds, the humidity in the air is the same as the water within your being. Allow that line to blur between inner and outer. And you just feel the water, the taste. And we move into the earth, the element that gives us shape. That holds our body in a certain form. That creates the pillow or chair you're sitting on, the planet. This element of earth supports us, it holds us into our shape like a big hug. The element of earth within us is each individual cell and organ is exactly the same as the earth all around us. This sensation of touch is the earth holding us. As you notice the earth element, allow that sense of self, that separate individuality, to start to dissolve. Recognize there is no separation between you and the planet and the stars. Now move into the space element. The space all around us. The space within us, in between each organ, inside each cell. And the space holds vibration. This endless combinations of patterns of vibration and stillness. Feel the space as the music of existence that's taking place within you. We'll listen to a couple of songs by Zazen and allow yourself to just go through each of these 5 elements, 5 senses, feeling inner and outer. Start over each time we get distracted. Start over with the air. The sense of smell, the air within us, the air around us. And let that area dissolve. sitting in this liminal space. Meditation is a doorway that we pass through into the Dharmakaya. The Trikaya is made of 3 kayas. The first one, or last one, depending on which way you look at it, is the Dharmakaya, the clear light of reality. When we sit in meditation and stop thought, everything falls away, including us. We dissolve into those 5 elements. The senses fall away. We go beyond perception and non-perception, beyond existence and non-existence, into the clear light of reality as beyond description, the Dharmakaya. And I do my best to transmit this during class. I've been told it works in person. I have no idea if it works online or on recordings. But a teacher shows you this in meditation. And then the work of the student is then to do this on their own at home, to find time to meditate, still the mind, and let go, to actually pass through that doorway into the Dharmakaya, where we allow the light to do with us what it will. At that point, we release all control to the light, which is terrifying for the ego. But it's a sweetness and a joy and a peace unlike any other. And we dissolve into this Dharmakaya. And out of this Dharmakaya comes all things. It comes first as the Sambhogakaya, the bliss body. I'll call this the energy body, the subtle body. That comes out of this pure and perfect light as that slight vibration. Where it's felt but not seen. This is the energetic aspect of our being that we all have. Being aware of the Sambhogakaya allows us to experience more of this world. It's that part of us that, as a child, most of us were told to ignore. We were taught not to trust it. But I'm telling you that you can. Your energy body knows more than you think. It is everywhere all at once. It is that direct connection with the Dharmakaya. And then out of the Sambhogakaya is the emanation body, the Nirmanakaya, the physical manifestation of Buddha nature, a physical manifestation of you. This seemingly solid form of your body, of your mind, of all the 5 elements, the 5 senses, the perceptions, and this entire world is all Nirmanakaya. It is all a physical manifestation of the Dharmakaya. So we can reach back into the Dharmakaya through the Nirmanakaya, through the physical, like we did in our elemental meditation. We can focus in on a single element and then feel into the energy of that element, and then feel even deeper into the formless light out of which that element arose. And this is our practice of the Trikaya. We experience these different kayas at all different levels, in all different ways. And eventually, we recognize that there's no difference. That this physical world is just as much enlightenment as the Dharmakaya. But our mind, in its confusion, in its ignorance, still separates things. It divvies it up, compartmentalizes it. It decides, well, this is good and this is bad. I like this, I don't like that. And we decide the things that we prefer are enlightenment and the things that we don't are not. Which isn't true. It's all light. The way it manifests in this world then gets distorted by those judgments. And it creates suffering. So we practice meditation, we practice mindfulness, we practice contemplation and energy management. Also, we can merge the Trikaya into one, so we can awaken and recognize that there is no separation, there never has been any separation, that it's all one. We go through and allow each layer of self to peel away, just as we did using the elemental meditation. That's just one tool, one option. As are all of these different meditation techniques that we practice on this path, they all lead us here, to this point where we can recognize the clear light, the Dharmakaya. We can recognize the subtle body, our energy, as a bliss body, the Sambhogakaya. We can recognize our physical body as an emanation of enlightenment, the Nirmakaya. And as we see each of these clearly, We recognize the unity. And this recognition peels away the layers of self, one by one, deeper and deeper. And this allows us to awaken to that which cannot be spoken but only known. We awaken to the true nature of reality as it is, completely unconditioned. And for most, this subjective experience is one of unreasonable joy, of unconditional peace, while still being able to interact with the world. This is not an escape. This doesn't mean that we shrink so small that we just go poof and we're gone. It's quite the opposite. We grow so large that everything is within me. Everything. We'll feel the sorrow and the anger. We'll feel the frustration of this world, the horrors. And we'll also feel the ecstasy and the joy and the selfless giving. And how wonderful people can be to one another. How magical this planet is. All at once. And through it all is this pure and perfect light permeating every aspect of being. And as we surrender to that light, there's not apathy. There's action. There's movement. This is compassion. Where without any scheming or calculation, we simply do what needs to be done. We find ourselves giving and bringing light into everything that we do. Because we know, we feel it viscerally throughout our being that there is no separation between me or you. There is just this beautiful, unfolding, magical experience of light. Blinking from existence to non-existence. So let's meditate again. We'll go a little bit longer this time. Again, start with the elements. We'll do the air element. Start by feeling the air. The air within you, the air all around you. the end, we always bow for a moment. Now with this elemental meditation, it's a tool that you can use throughout the day with your mindfulness practice. So as you go about your day and you find yourself get knocked off balance and you start to spin out, and if you've been practicing for a while, you've heard me talk about using beauty or gratitude to help pull your mind out of it. But sometimes we get stuck in a loop where we just keep coming back. The story is very strong, very compelling storyline, and we keep coming back to it. A tool that we can use is to examine the quality of the energy of that story and reduce it down to one of its elemental compartments. So perhaps we have a difficult coworker that just keeps driving us crazy and it burns us up. We feel the fire in our belly, our belly gets all knotted, and we see them, and just the vision of them just irks us. In that moment of having that story replay in our mind, we can do a little mini meditation where we feel that fiery energy and connect with the fire within our being, the fire in the atmosphere of the light of the sun, the fire in that person that's irking us, and allow it to all merge into one. And in this way, we reduce that story down to this very simple element. We remove that personal identification with it. Doesn't mean your problem magically goes away, but it changes your perspective, it changes your attachment to it. It burns it up, or it reduces it to that element. And you can do this with all the different elements, and as you go about your day, you'll notice certain situations tend towards one element or another. Like perhaps there's a sound that you're hearing. You're trying to concentrate and do your work on your computer, or you're trying to maybe paint a masterpiece, and you keep hearing the sound that just is driving you crazy. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's just there and it's bugging you. In that moment, you can go into the space element and feel the space within you, feel the space around you. Notice the vibration within space, alternating with the stillness. And that sound that you're hearing is reduced down to that alternating vibration and stillness. And all of a sudden, it's not so personal. It's not so grating. It's just space. It's just the music that's occurring at this particular moment in time. And when we do this in our moment-to-moment life, we're actually pulling the Dharmakaya through the Sambhogakaya into the Nirmanakaya. That pure light, where everything becomes a manifestation of enlightenment, including us. So play with that. Try this technique a few more times, and then play with it during the day. See if it helps you break out of when you're spinning. Does anybody have any experiences they want to share? Insights? Random thoughts.